You don't need an expensive espresso machine to have good coffee. You might want one, but you do not need one. A question I get asked all the time from my friends and family, and especially my customers, is what espresso machine should I get that won't break the bank? There's a lot to consider when you're setting up your home espresso bar, especially if you're looking to make a cost-effective setup. I'm going to walk you through the main things you need to consider, as well as a couple options that I think are worth looking into. This video is for beginners as well as experienced seasoned baristas who want a home espresso setup that isn't too expensive. First off, when shopping for an espresso machine is understanding what you really need. Some people want to wake up, press a few buttons, and not have to worry too much before getting their coffee, while others really want to get into the routine of making an espresso-based beverage. These are two totally different routes when it comes to types of espresso machines. So if you're looking for that quick, convenient route, you want to be looking into super automatic espresso machines. My favorite feature on the super autos that we carry is that you can use whole bean coffee. You don't need pods and you don't need a separate grinder. You just fill up the hopper with your beans. And then you can order coffee from the machine. Some super autos can definitely get up there in terms of cost and luxury, but there are some wonderful options that won't break the bank. I'd personally recommend something like the Philips Baristina or one of their Latte Go models. Honestly, we sell a lot of the Latte Go machines in the store for this very reason. And the Baristinas are cute and compact and budget-friendly and great in small spaces like an office or a dorm room. And now, if you want a semi-automatic machine to get into a coffee routine, let's break that down too. Before I dive in, I want to mention one thing that makes super automatic machines special, and it's that they're all in one. Grinder, brewer, all together in one machine. And there are semi-automatic machines that do that as well. These all-in-one semi-autos are a great choice if you are a beginner, need to save on space, or you want to have a good setup featuring just everything you need. Some recommendations that I have in this category include pretty much any of the entry-level Breville machines like the classic Barista Express or the DeLonghi La Specialista machines. Now, if you're looking for more flexibility in your coffee routine, such as more control over certain features, such as the grinder or temperature control, you might actually want to consider a separate machine and grinder. Your espresso grinder is the gatekeeper for quality espresso. So a higher quality grinder will improve the flexibility and quality of overall brewing. For me personally, I would rather have a $300 espresso machine and a $900 grinder than a $7,000 espresso machine and a $200 grinder. Factors like stepless adjustment and larger burrs really present a perceivable difference for your espresso experience. While sometimes having a separate machine and grinder can increase the cost in comparison to an all-in-one machine, you can still find some good options that, again, won't completely break the bank. There are a few bundles that I think do a great job in terms of quality and also stay within the budget. One of the most popular ones would have to be what we affectionately call the BAM bundle here at SCG. This bundle features the Baratza Encore ESP grinder and the Breville Bambino Plus espresso machine. I'm a big fan of this setup for its space saving and budget. It's beginner friendly, good value, and it's reliable. Breville and Baratza just go hand in hand, so it's a great pairing. A similar combo would be the DeLonghi Dedica Maestro paired with the Eureka Minion Zero. Now, all of those machine and grinder combinations are really great beginner setups. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more intermediate, let's talk about some good pairings for that. The Lilith Victoria and the Baratza Encore ESP Pro, or even the Rancilio Silvia paired with the Eureka Minion Note. Both of these sets give you more flexibility and control, but they still fall on the lower end in terms of cost for specialty espresso gear. And just for fun, I am a big fan of Flare espresso makers because I think they make great espresso, but also they were one of my first espresso machines. I would personally pair a Flare Neo Flex with a Brew Trek hand grinder. This combo is definitely for somebody who wants a manual espresso experience because both parts require active engagement. but they are a great pair nonetheless, and it's definitely worth exploring. Moving on to what is sometimes the most confusing category for people setting up their home espresso bars, the accessories. On social media, online, threads, and forums, you'll see people swear by this tool or that tool. It's hard to know what's truly needed and then what's truly extra. One thing I will say before we get into this is that these tools often make something easier in your espresso routine, or it solves a pain point. That's why there are a lot of nice to have accessories, but not necessarily need to haves at first. If you're looking for the first accessory to pick up, my number one recommendation has to be a scale. Making consistently good coffee on a semi-automatic espresso machine, a scale is crucial. And honestly, a scale will be useful for your grinder too. Weighing out your coffee beans and espresso output is a game changer, and in my opinion is a need to have. Next up will be some tools that help with cleanliness and distribution. Some machines will come with these already, but if yours does not, these are definitely nice to have. A tamping mat and a knock box to collect used coffee pucks, and then distribution tools. Now, distribution tools are nice to have, but you don't need to have them to make a budget espresso setup work. But as you are able to add on to your coffee bar, a WDT or a wedge tool will make a difference in your puck prep routine. Now, let's talk about what's highest on the nice to haves for me personally. A fancy milk pitcher, a bottomless portafilter, and even an espresso specific scale, to name a few. On my home coffee bar, I have all of these accessories, but I have built this up slowly over time. Which brings me to some extra tips I have for you when building a coffee bar on a budget. First of all, just upgrade one item at a time. There's truly no need to buy your whole coffee bar in one go, and I personally advise against that anyway. You see, making coffee at home is such a mindful experience and can be really subjective. A lot of people will push this accessory or that tool, but the best tools for you are the ones that enhance your coffee experience. By upgrading your accessories one at a time, you get to pick out exactly what you want and need. And then you get to enjoy that small upgrade even more in comparison to buying everything at once. Honestly, when you're building up your home espresso bar, it's important that you consider the base items of what you need, remembering you can always upgrade down the line. And remember that making coffee at home is a skill. Hopefully this video helped you find the right place to start to pick out the best home espresso machine and grinder that fits in your budget. Leave a comment for me if you have any questions about the machines that I talked about, or if you'd like any more recommendations.